Hello everyone and welcome back to Kickstarter in the current year, where in today's episode we're kind of going to be going back to our roots in this series, by which I mean we're going to be looking at a project that asks for a ridiculous amount of money for something that doesn't even slightly exist, and it's going to be a bunch of AI generated stuff, as there often is. But let me tell you, there's still some interesting stuff about this person behind the project. I hope y'all enjoy it. The project title is Sentient and Vigilant, a sci-fi tactical RPG, square brackets, concept. A concept that's worth $3.4 million, apparently. Yep, it's, the pitch video, and yeah, the pitch video is 2.5 minutes long, and it is just some epic background music that plays that I probably am gonna have to, edit out in post and replace, while AI-generated artwork, goes across the screen. And that's absolutely it. There's nothing else to this pitch video, just 2.5 minutes of still AI-generated images. $3.4 million. Currently, this project might hold the record, at least in quite some time, for the number of not just AI-generated lines in the description, because we got 4 of them here. I'm straight up not going to bore you with all the schlock this person has written. He hasn't written shit. The schlock that ChatGPT or whatever other AI chatbots he has used to create all this has written. It's pointless because none of this has been thought out. None of this is real. None of these are genuine promises made by a human being. It is just stupid garbage made by someone who thinks that by writing a bunch of prompts into an AI chat, they suddenly have the right to make this project and ask for $3.4 million. This person might genuinely be insane, but you know, as is tradition, we gotta read all the not just lines. As a story content architect and of sentience and vigilance, I'm not just crafting the lore, I'm guiding the soul and direction of the entire project. You know, that's kind of what I love about these AI not just lines. They stand out so much because they're either the most corporate sounding thing in the world, or they kind of vaguely sound like a white chick that's taken mushrooms once in her life. Our turn-based system is carefully structured with distinct 5 phases. In the offensive turn, in which while in defense turn as a player... In the offensive turn, in which while in defense turn as a player, you are not just waiting on your choice dictate the best interest of mitigating and or avoiding damage. Never mind, some of this has to be written by a human being, because what the fuck did I just read? I'm trying again. In the offensive turn, in which while in defense turn as a player, you are not just waiting and your choices dictate the best interest of mitigating and or avoiding damage, demanding careful planning and constant adaptation. I feel like somewhere in translation you lost the plot of the sentence. You started with... What happened to the offensive turn? If funded, I'm not just looking for warm bodies to fill seats. I'm searching for passionate developers, artists, and dreamers who believe that games should be crafted with care, with joy, and with the players in mind. We're working on implementing an intuitive AI system that will track player stats and behavioral tendencies, not just to maintain fairness, though anti-cheat measures are a top priority, but to refine gameplay balance and enrich player experiences over time. Mind you, this is one of the, I don't know how people make this mistake all the time. This is the use of AI section that's talking about how you are going to use AI services like ChatGPT or whatever image generator you use, or video generators you use, or coding generators to create what you're creating. You create your final product. as always, okay, well, not as always, but as often is the case, this person has decided that at least half of this section needs to instead be devoted to AI in being used in the video game. Like, we're going to be using AI to AI pathfinding and AI enemies. What the hell are you talking about? Like, they go on and actually talk about generative AI later on, but they open up with this complete non sequitur garbage. All art and AI used in the production process of Sentience and Vigilance have been created, licensed, or utilized within my full legal rights for personal and commercial use. And it's like, I read this paragraph, and I know Nathaniel didn't write this paragraph. This is an AI telling us that actually using the AI in this project is going to be okay. Kind of defeats the purpose of this section entirely when you have this section written by an AI. Now, here's the thing. Nathaniel, he is not new to Kickstarter. He had one project before this, right? He had a project which was suspended by Kickstarter. And I'm going to tell you the name of this project, and you're going to tell me if you can hazard a guess as to why Kickstarter would have suspended this project. A Kickstarter for a Kickstarter company to production suspended. Brother put Kickstarter twice in the title, and I actually genuinely, if I'm going to be honest, I don't fully know why it was suspended. Kickstarter doesn't give a specific reason. But the title is supposed to be like, oh, I'm starting a Kickstarter to make a company to produce a video game. A Kickstarter for a Kickstarter company sounds like you're saying, you know, one of those sub things that used to exist on YouTube a bunch. That's what I'm reading, and I know it's not that, but I mean the project was also ass. So, and now this person is, they care about the project clearly because they actually post quite a few updates. Here's the first one. A $2,500 pledge. Even without a name, the impact is massive. Today, in less than a few minutes after launch, we received a $2,500 pledge. No name, no spotlight request. Just a massive quiet show of belief in this project. Whoever you are, thank you. Your support sends a powerful message that Sentient and Vigilant is something worth building. It's an honor to witness such a gesture of belief in a vision I've been passionately building from the ground up. Thank you, and may fortune favor you. You can't make this shit up sometimes. So this person genuinely, without irony, saw an unallocated pledge. An unallocated pledge, for those of you who don't know, on Kickstarter means someone who has given money to a project without going into any of the reward tiers. Right. Meaning they're just supposedly giving out money out of the goodness of their hearts. Except nobody would do that on Kickstarter. Why would you be doing that instead of contacting the person directly and being like, hey, I can fund your project, or donating to charity if you want to do something good? The unallocated pledges, like 99% of the time, are bots and scammers that are trying to, somehow mess with you. and not only that, but this pledge came in immediately after the project went up. Few minutes after launch. So the implication would be that this generous backer saw that pitch video that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of nothing and decided, yeah, I'm gonna give you $2,500. It's kind of amazing to, go on the internet in the year of our Lord 2025 and genuinely see someone on the internet that would currently probably fall for the Nigerian prince scam. Now, the most awful thing about it, I think, is if you go into the next post, it's talking about Well, someone picked a specific reward tier for instead of $2,500 thrown into the ether. And again, by the way, this project currently has raised $2,055, meaning the $2,500 pledge was removed and then replaced with a different pledge that's slightly lower. But our first immortal world explorer, a legacy begins. And you momentarily you might feel kind of bad for this guy, like, this guy is not really. This guy's so naive and maybe struggles to understand that he is not getting funding and he's just getting trolled or scammed. You think that, and then you read this post that's supposed to be thanking one of these backers, and it says, "This isn't just a pledge. It's a lasting contribution to the world we're building." This son of a gun couldn't even be bothered to write his own thank you message. He had to use AI to say thank you. I don't give a that he's saying thank you to a bot. He doesn't think he's doing that. He thinks this is a real person, and he used ChatGPT to thank him. Which now the thing about it is like a robot thanking a robot for pledging fake money to a project that will never exist. Kickstarter is the stupidest website on the internet. It is the dumbest website currently existing. I am genuinely dead serious. How is this real? It's not. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. There's not much else to look at here. It's all standard fare schlock. It's just also heinously naive on top of being heinously poorly made and AI generated. So join me next time when I give a $5,000 pledge to this project.